History of the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is the most apparently famous structure in France, probably in Europe, and is visited by 200 million visitors. Yet it is not supposed to be sustainable, and it still stands below the desire to adopt new technology, which was how things were built in the first place. The original Eiffel Tower. The Universal Exhibition of France was held in 1882, a celebration of the modern achievements of the modern era, joining the first branch of the French Revolution. The French government organized a competition to build an iron tower to enter the Champ de Mars exhibition, in part to create an impressive experience for visitors. 107 plans were submitted, and the winner was assisted by one engineer and entrepreneur, Gustave Eiffel, architect Stephen Sylvester, and engineers Maurice Coquelin and Emile Noyer. They won because they were willing to make a true statement of inspiration for France. Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was still somewhat impossible to build. At a height of 300 meters, the tallest man in the world at that time built structures and made an astronomy of wrought iron, a mass production of which is now synonymous with the Industrial Revolution. But using the design and nature of the material, metal arches and trusses, it is understood that the tower can be light and see instead of a solid block, and its strength can still be fixed. Its construction, which began on 26 January 1887, was faster, relatively inexpensive, and achieved with a small employment. There were more than 18,038 pieces and 2 million rivets. The tower is built on 4 large pillars, rising and forming 125 square meters on each side before being attached to the central tower. The curving nature of the pillars meant the elevators, which themselves were a relatively recent invention, were carefully designed. There are different stage viewing platforms, and people can travel to the top. The parts of the great curve are actually completely aesthetic. The structure is painted. Opposition and skepticism. The tower is now regarded as a historic milestone in design and construction, a masterpiece for its day, the beginning of a new revolution in the building at that time. However, due to the aesthetic effect of large structures such as the Champ de Mars were not the least bit opposed to traveling people. During construction on 14 February 1887, a statement was issued alleging personalities from the world of art and color. Other people doubt that the project will work. It was a new method, and that always brought the problem Eiffel was fighting in its corner, but succeeded and the tower went ahead. Whether the structure actually works or not, everything will rest. The Eiffel Tower is open. On 31st March 1882, he climbed to the top of the Eiffel Tower and hoisted a French flag above to open the structure. Various titles followed him. It was the tallest building in the world until the Chrysler Building in New York was completed in 1929, and is still the tallest structure in Paris. The building and planning was a success, with the tower impressing. Long-lasting effects. The Eiffel Tower was originally designed to stand for 20 years, but it has been around for more than a century, thanks in part to the use of the tower in testing and inventing the Eiffel wireless telegraphy, allowing antenna mounting. In fact, the tower was about to collapse, but it was only after the signal started broadcasting. This tradition continued after the first digital television signal was broadcast from the tower in Paris in 2005. However, since its construction, the tower has gained a lasting cultural influence, first as a symbol of modernity and innovation, then as in Paris and France. Used all kinds of media towers. It is almost impossible for anyone to try to pull down the tower now, as it is one of the most famous structures in the world and an easy marker for film and television use.